welcome to another Maz Play video. This is Maz Mojito, and today we're going to be getting into another open world crafting survival building game, and this is going to be a pilot episode. We're playing Conan Exiles. Let's get to it.
First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become?
All right, guys, jumping in here with Conan Exiles, one of the original games that really got me into survival crafting building genre games. So I played this a ridiculous amount of hours and time over the years. Took a very long break. There have been quite a few updates since I last played it. Very fun playing this co-op and multiplayer, but it's also pretty fun playing it solo as well, especially if you like building big giant castles or forts or bases. You can find what they call thralls in the game. They can pretty much run your base. You can put them at different stations and they work there, and depending on the level of the thralls, they can give you better quality armor, weapons, materials. So this is a very large world. There are expansions to this game. The Exiled Lands is where you start off with. It pretty much has a big desert area that you start off in, but you have different climate zones. You got cold zones, you got desert zones, you got forest zones, you know, just whatever flavor you want as far as styles. Here we got the little character design animation here. You can go with different skin tones, eye shapes. You can give them different backgrounds. You can read all the different ancestry backgrounds. Some of the backgrounds or races have different buffs. Some of them don't. Here you can also modify, you know, the hide. You can turn nudity on or off depending on what you're playing. If you're playing solo or on the server, but if you're on the server, you have to make sure that's allowed. But yeah, you really can, you know, go wild on your customizations. Not a lot of options, but you know, as you play, you'll probably see very similar looking people because everyone has different tastes, but some people have the same taste. So yeah, get creative, make your character unique. Eventually you won't see their face and body anyway because they'll be wearing armor and helmets, but it's good to start off. So we got our character here, Maz Mojito, Zamorian, and then they have some made-up charges as far as why you're hanging on this punishment.
During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the Exiled Lands, crucified, and left to die for crimes that they may or may not have committed. Death comes swiftly on black wings, until fate intervenes.
Thirsty, dead man? Shall I cut you down from that corpse tree? It might kill you. You civilized men are soft. Your lives are not nailed to your spines. Where I come from, we kill our enemies in battle. We don't leave them in the desert to die like dogs. So, you live again, dead man. This land does not love men. You are marked. Cross the ghost fence wearing that. It might have been kinder to leave you on the cross. Live, love, burn with life, slay and survive. We will meet again, dead man.
Alright, so we are off to the races. You will see occasionally these stones that glow green. That means they have a message. You can interact with them. These give you a little bit of the lore and history behind the game, the ancient race, and the people that are trapped here like you, exiles. So that will be the times where you actually hear some talking.
Endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
Right, so we are doing all of our different moves. You will get little journey steps completed as you do just all the different random moves: climbing, kicking, fighting, looting, chopping trees, picking up items. These are all like journey steps that you get extra XP, so you level up really fast in the game. Of course, as you're going around, you all start off in the desert for Exile Lands. If you play Isle of Septa or the other expansion, you will start off on a shipwrecked coast of the beach. But these things here, these bushes, give you plant fiber. You need plant fiber to craft a variety of things, including clothing. You don't want to miss that water skin, so you will have little lore from the things you pick up. And we will keep moving.
Rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals, exiles from lands I've never heard of. Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling in the rocks and sand for their own place. I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun of the glittering spires of Belverus has forever denied me. The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence, and this cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
Okay, so like the lore book said, in the journal that was left behind, you're going to see a variety of people from different races that are here. You start off down here at the bottom, but you could start off anywhere in the desert zone, to be completely honest. Here you got the desert area, you got the old city, very cursed. You have the oasis over there. Up here you got, I called it like the Viking lands. It's very green and lush up there. Plenty of rivers all the way up north. You got another swampy area. It's very cold up there. This is extremely cold up in this upper part here by the volcano. You must have cold weather gear or you will freeze to death. Over here you got the jungle, which is very cool. You have a lot of silverback gorillas and all kind of creatures over there that can kill you, but very nice if you like the jungle scene. Most people starting off, they will build in like the desert area with all the rivers. I personally like that area over there to the right, so that is where we are heading right now. Along the way we'll be picking up stones, because of course that is a important piece of crafting. We'll also be picking up sticks. So sticks, stones, fiber, those are pretty much the three main resources you're going to be able to get access to when you first start off the game. So we're going to keep it moving, heading in that general direction. You're pretty vulnerable right now until you can actually make a weapon. Over to the right side is your crafting tree. Those are all the different things that I have unlocked that I can make right now. At the bottom it tells you what that item is called and what materials you need in order to make it. In the middle of the screen you have your character screen with your health up top, stamina below it and yellow, and then you have your food and your water level, thirst levels to the left and to the right of your health bar, as well as your level at the top. As you level up, you will unlock recipes that you can put points into in order to be able to craft whatever it says this skill teaches you, these items off to the right. So you want to kind of pick a theme, pick a style that you want. You can always reset these skills in the future given a certain potion, but just starting off, yeah, so like I said, just starting off, you really want to just kind of pick a theme and then learn the different skills that are appropriate to match with that type of focus area that you want. Everything that's in yellow are things that you can actually afford to unlock. Here you have your attributes tree. Every time you level up you get unspent points, and you can go ahead and apply those depending on what style of character you want. You want a very strong character, go ahead and plus up that strength. You want a high health pool, plus up that vitality. You can play this game in first person or third person. I personally prefer third person. But as you can see off to the right side, everything that's in red, I am short on materials or resources. That's why I can't craft it. Everything that is green, I can craft it because I have the resources. So again, we're going to want to go around, pick as many resources as we can. We need fiber, we need stick. You will hear the footsteps of creatures. They will attack you if they see you. Some are more aggressive than the others. These turtle looking creatures, the green ones are not aggressive unless you steal eggs or mess with their babies, but the big red ones are aggressive. So we're going to craft up some items here that we've unlocked. Our character is now fully dressed except for a helmet, but at least that protects him somewhat from the elements. Now the bad thing about being out here in the desert part of the Exile lands is you will get these occasional sandstorms, and if you don't have any shelter or protection, they will suck away your energy and you could potentially die. And they also suck away your thirst level, so you have to kind of be careful of that when you're out exploring. So yeah, we're gonna pick a couple more bushes, keep it moving, and ultimately what we want to end up at is in that jungle area where I want to set up a base. All right, so we are all kitted out now. We have a tool for every purpose. We got our axe, we got our mining pickaxe, we got a skinny knife, we got a spear, bow and arrow for range combat, and we got some daggers for some bleed attacks, which is very useful if you want to play a very agile, fast character where you strike a couple times and then run around it and let it bleed out to just make the fights a little bit easier. So here's our first victim here. We got these little guys that like to run up on you and explode, but they also have their cousins that will just run up on you and just attack you. They sound scarier than they are, but as you can see in the distance, they will attack pretty much anything, whether it's you or other survivors. And what you have to worry about is also other survivors are not very kind in this game. They will attack you as soon as they see you. So if this guy doesn't explode, we're going to go ahead and start some bleed damage on him. So strike a couple times, roll, and as you can see, you got the little bleeding mark on his health bar. He slowly kind of dies out on you and makes it a lot easier. So if you follow this strategy, pretty much anything you fight, you'll be able to bleed them out. So just strike a couple times. Even this giant red turtle dude, sometimes they may hit you, but if you're really good at dodging, you won't get hit at all. This guy got some bleed damage. You can see his health is really dropping fast, and there you go. These are with stone knives, so you can imagine what the higher level knives can do as far as damage, bleed damage. But we're gonna go ahead and skin this guy because we need that material for other crafting. You will have different options for harvesting dead bodies of animals. You can skin them and get some hide and some meat. You can also butcher them if you have the right tools, and you'll be able to get more meat out of them than hide and horns and stuff like that. So whatever your preference is. All right, so looking around, and you have to be careful. You have to cook your food. If you don't, you will get that poison symbol, as you can see, and your health will slowly drain away. But at this point in time, I started off, gave a real good sampling of how the game is. We're going to go ahead and put a bookmark in the video, come back and continue to make our way towards the forest zone where we want to set up our base. So as usual, I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.